Alright, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a little review of this truck. It has about 26,000 miles. Here, let me go ahead and just show you real quick, just in case you guys don't believe me. See, check it out, 26,933. And I'm just going to, go over how it has held up for the past 26,000 miles. I'm going to start out with how the engine's been treating me, how the suspension has been treating me, because this is a heavy duty truck. Let's see here. All right, with that, so I installed these Bilstein shocks about, I would say 20,000 miles ago, and they've held up great. I haven't noticed any fatigue, any sloppy suspension whatsoever. I installed these Rough Country 2.5-inch leveling kits. I would say about, not too long, I would say 10,000 miles, and again, no harsh ride whatsoever. Again, in the bags, Bilsteins are nothing crazy, and given the fact that this huge rear end, you have two dual tires, again, nothing major, just same old, same old. I haven't had any problems with it. Let's see, I'm trying to remember. I think it had a recall for, hey, do you remember the recall? Airbags. No, which was the one we took it back for? Emissions. Oh, there we go, the big, huge mother trucker. So, this thing at around, 10,000 miles, had an exhaust failure. So, it first showed up in the little display panel. And then, we took it to the shop or whatever, and then they said that they had to replace the entire DEF system. So from here, this is stock, but from that point on forward, they replaced all of that, which I think was pretty ridiculous. And believe it or not, that wasn't even the problem. The problem was this freaking, see if I can get in here. Where's the sensor? Well, there's a knock sensor somewhere around here that went bad, which caused all this to go bad as well. But the good thing, it's covered under warranty, so we didn't have to pay out of pocket. That's what's great. I think this is about, let's say $1,000 if I'm not mistaken. And then the, what's it called? The knock sensor was like, $100. Nevertheless, that's all taken care of, and hopefully, in the future we're gonna delete this system. But for the most part, that's the only major issue. The second one was, what's the second one? I don't remember. I think that was it. I think that's the only major problem that it had. Nevertheless, it's 26,000 miles. It's been treating us very fairly. It always started up. Never had any issues with it. And some people bash on, the, what is this, Chrysler products. But, all in all, I think it's a really good truck. Just minus the little emissions thing, but that wasn't a big deal. What's another thing? I think that's it. Overall, really good truck. Nothing to worry about. If you're ever thinking of getting one of these, just take the lunch forward, man. I mean, they're really great. They're not overcomplicated. The inline six is, for the most part, a pretty reliable engine. And yeah, the transmission is not that great, but I mean, we're not towing like freaking 40,000 pounds or 30,000 pounds. We'll show the engine view. So as you can see, it's not too bad. Alright, so now that I've given you a little run through of how it has held up for 26,000 miles, let's go ahead and test drive it. And I just give you, not a really good explanation, but I'll just give you like how it feels and how it is from day one up to now, how it feels. Alright, let's go ahead and check it out. Alright, so 26,000 miles. I'm just gonna, when I'm in the truck driving, I'm just gonna talk about the engine and the suspension, because that's really what we care about, and a little bit of this interior. So engine wise, no complaints. The engine has always had plenty of power, plenty of torque, is never bogged down, never has let me down, is always turned on. So all in all, I would really, if I were to rate this truck, I would give it a really high rating, because of the engine. The transmission, it's not the best in the world, but it gets the job done. I don't have the ICE, and I have the 68 RFE, something like that. I don't remember what it's called exactly, but transmission's good. Overall, the shifts are pretty quick. We tow some things, and it's never, given us any problems. Right, so that's the engine stuff. Suspension, these trucks, because, you know, they're meant for towing. They're not meant for just kind of like, you know, cruising around from here to there, going to the grocery store or whatever. These are built to tow, so obviously the engineers are going to put stiff suspension, stiffer springs, stiffer shocks. Those freaking shocks, and when we first got it, man, those were brutal, especially if you're sitting in the back seat. You'd be going down anywhere, man, and that truck will literally hop. That's what it would feel like. That's how stiff it was. As a matter of fact, dude, you won't even believe it, but the suspension on this truck was a lot stiffer than my Mustang. When you stopped, that SOB did not even pitch forward. It was just like, you know, just, it almost had like freaking coilovers. You just might as well put coilovers on these things. So, and I was like, you know, we talked about it. We're like, dude, we gotta change something. And I was looking into shocks, but I was like, you know what, how can shocks change the overall quality of the truck? So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take the risk. So I was looking at the Bilsteins. You know, I looked for Fox, I looked for Rancho and stuff like that, but I was like, you know what, the Bilsteins seem like the perfect fit, and you know, they're reasonably priced. You can get them, I got mine at 4-wheel parts for around, I don't know, I think it's like $250, $260, something like that, with all for all shocks, you know, not just the 2 front and the 2 rear. So we went down there, and I think we were, what, 400 miles into the truck?
Yeah.
And we swapped them out, and man, I tell you what, it reduced the crazy, like, hop and freaking stiff suspension by, what, 30%? And... okay, anyways, it's just overall, the quality is just improved dramatically. Yeah, it's stiff because it's a dually, obviously, but for the most part, it's really, really comfortable now. You don't have to worry about freaking killing your people, whoever's sitting back there, because that's like the worst spot. And, you know, just between you and I, if you don't like someone, just put them back there and freaking go all out and hit those big old bumps and just let them have it. Especially if you don't like the person. You know, I'm just saying. Nevertheless, okay, so that's suspension, and the overall quality of the truck has held up great. You know, here in Texas, we get crazy sun. The rays are beating on the dashboard, you know. And for the most part, it's held up really nicely. It looks like as if we took it off the showroom floor. Yeah, and you know, we take care of it. We put like armor on, all that crap, and put sun boxes. But it's held up great. There's, believe it or not, just the suspension, you know how it's all stiff and stuff? I don't hear no cracks and rattles. The only rattle here is on this freaking glove compartment right here. Hold on, we gotta be careful, there's a lot of people. Yeah, the glove compartment, that's the only thing that rattles, but other than that, it does not rattle. And I give, you know, a thumbs up to Chrysler. Or is it Fiat? I forgot. Fiat Chrysler? FCA, whatever. Did a really good job. Alright, so I just, you know, giving you just like an overall look at, you know, how this truck has held up for 26,000 miles. You know, I'll keep on updating you. If you're looking to get like a Dodge or whatever, Cummins, Dually, 2500 or whatever, I'll give you updated, you know, like how our experience has been for the past, I think, what, we had it for 1 year. And, you know, I'll just give you updates on what you should do, what you shouldn't do. And again, you know, we're not professionals. We're just typical guys that love trucks and cars, and we just try to give you the best advice we can give you so you don't have to, you know, hurt you in any way. And, you know, you don't have to take it. It's just our opinion. Everyone has opinions, but nevertheless, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Give me a big thumbs up. And until next time, I'll see you later.